The old lighthouse keeper, Silas, lived a life defined by rhythm, the ceaseless crash and retreat of the waves against the cliff, the mournful cry of gulls, and the steady, reassuring sweep of the light beam across the dark expanse of the ocean. His lighthouse, weathered and stoic, stood on the most desolate promontory of the coast, a beacon of constancy in an ever-changing world. Silas had inherited the solitary vigil from his father and his father before him. He was a man steeped in silence, his conversations sparse but meaningful, like the steady pulse of his lamp. He knew the ocean's moods better than he knew most people, understanding its whispers and roars as intimately as his own heartbeat. In his youth, he'd felt the pull of the bustling towns, the allure of progress and speed, but the call of the light had always been stronger, a deep, resonant hum in his bones. One blustery autumn evening, a young journalist named Maya arrived, her city car struggling up the winding, unpaved road to the lighthouse. She was on assignment, tasked with profiling the last of a dying breed, the solitary lighthouse keeper. Maya was a whirlwind of ambition, her mind a constant torrent of deadlines, social media feeds, and the relentless pursuit of the next viral story. She saw Silas not as a person, but as a quaint relic, a perfect subject for a nostalgic piece. She bounded out of her car, her bright rain jacket a jarring splash of color against the muted landscape. "Mr. Silas?" she called over the wind, her voice sharp and energetic. "Maya Rodriguez from Urban Echo magazine. I have an interview scheduled." Silas, a tall, gaunt figure, emerged from the lighthouse door, a pipe clenched between his teeth. He nodded slowly, his gaze sweeping over her with an unnerving calm that seemed to pierce her hurried facade. "Scheduled," he rumbled, his voice like stones rolling in the surf. "Time is different here, child." Maya found her attempts to conduct a rapid-fire interview constantly thwarted. Silas wouldn't be rushed. He answered questions with long pauses, often gazing out at the churning sea as if consulting it for wisdom. When she tried to press him for snappy quotes, he would simply offer a knowing smile. "What's your daily routine like?" she asked, eager to fill her notepad. Silas gestured to the vast, empty horizon. "I watch, I listen, I ensure the light endures." He took a slow puff from his pipe. "The great storm of '89, I watched it for 3 days and nights. Not a single ship lost its way in my beam." Maya sighed internally. This wasn't the dramatic, headline-grabbing story she'd hoped for. "Don't you ever get bored? Don't you miss people, events, the world?" Silas turned his ancient eyes on her, a flicker of something profound in their depths. "Boredom is a luxury of the unobservant. The world is here, child, in every wave, every cloud, every star. You just have to be still enough to see it." He paused, then added, "People rush past so much, searching for something out there, when what they truly seek is often found within the quiet space they leave behind." He invited her to help him polish the enormous Fresnel lens, the heart of the lighthouse. It was a painstaking task, requiring gentle circular motions, wiping away years of salt and mist. As Maya worked, hour after hour, a strange sensation began to settle over her. The rhythmic swipe of the cloth, the hypnotic creak of the turning mechanism, the vast, indifferent expanse of the ocean through the glass, it all began to strip away her internal chatter. Her phone, which she had forgotten in her pocket, felt heavy and irrelevant. As dusk deepened, Silas lit the lamp. the beam erupted, a powerful golden sword cutting through the encroaching darkness. Maya watched, mesmerized, as it swept across the tumultuous waters, a promise of safety to unseen vessels. "Each sweep of the light is a moment," Silas said quietly beside her. "It doesn't linger, it doesn't rush, it simply is, and then it returns, steady and true." Maya finally understood. Silas wasn't just a keeper of the light, he was a keeper of time itself, not the hurried, fragmented time of deadlines and notifications, but the deep, flowing time of existence. She looked out at the vast ocean, feeling its immensity, its indifference, and its profound peace. For the first time in years, she felt utterly, completely present. Her story wouldn't be about a relic, but about a revelation, the quiet, enduring power of stillness.